cookies today, so I think I'm going to make a batch of Snickerdoodles tonight. The ingredients that you see before you are all the ones that we're going to need, so it's not too much. We've got flour, we've got granulated sugar, we have cream of tartar, which is a little bit tough to find in Europe, not so much in the United States, but you can find cream of tartar, for example, at a British or UK supermarket. We've got some softened butter, some eggs, some salt, and some baking soda, as well as a little bit of vanilla extract. So we're going to start in the same place that we usually start when we're involving butter and sugar in a baking recipe, and that means we've got to cream the butter and sugar together. And just put my butter and my sugar into the mixer, and then we're going to cream these together for 4 to 5 minutes on medium speed. And we want the mixture to be fluffy and a little bit light colored. So we'll see you guys in 4 to 5 minutes. Alright, now that we have a light and fluffy creamed mixture in our bowl here, we're going to scrape down the beater carefully, because otherwise all that's going to end up on the counter. And we're going to scrape down the sides, and we're going to add our vanilla extract and both of our eggs, and we're going to cream this again on low speed for just 1 or 2 minutes until the eggs are fully mixed in. We'll start with our eggs, and then our vanilla, and we'll see you again in 1 to 2 minutes. Alright, we have an excellently blended couple of eggs here, so we're going to scrape down the bowl one more time. So now it's time to make this look more like cookie dough. What we're going to do is we're going to mix our small dry ingredients all together. So we mix these together just until combined. I'm going to start with probably close to half my mixture. I'm going to do a lot of flour. So I'm just going to do this on low until it's combined. And we're already starting to look more like cookie dough. Now we have to be cautious because this is going to be a really thick, sort of hard dough. And what that means is that this stuff could splash out if we try to continue to use the mixer. So what I'm actually going to do is use my spatula to continue mixing the cookie dough at this point. I'm not going to use the mixer. So now the rest of the flour will go in and we're going to hand mix it. It's important just to do it until the flour is wet and the dough is completely mixed. Now I'm finding it a little bit difficult to get the dough to come all the way together only because my spatula is bendy, it's made out of rubber. So I'm just going to switch out for a wooden spoon real fast, just like this one, and that should solve my problem. Alright, we have a finished cookie dough. So there we have it. Now the only thing that we have left to do is to get this cookie dough onto cookie sheets. So we're ready to roll our cookies and place them on our baking paper lined cookie sheet here. Here's my dough, and here is a mixture of cinnamon and sugar. And basically all that we're going to do is use our clean hands, and we're going to take a small amount of cookie. I do it in inches because it's just the way that I learned when I was little. This is about a ball that's 1 inch in diameter, a couple centimeters in diameter, smaller than a golf ball. And we're going to take that and we're going to roll it generously in cinnamon sugar. Get it coated all the way around and then place it on our baking sheet. We want to make sure that each cookie has quite a bit of space in between it. So I might be able to fit 12 cookies onto this cookie sheet. We'll see. And you also want to get your balls about the same size. Otherwise, some cookies are going to bake faster than others, and that's just no fun. And that completes our cookie sheet. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven for 9 to 11 minutes. We don't want to overbake them. This is actually very, very important because I like a nice soft cookie. So if I overbake them, I end up getting crispy or burnt. While these bake, the other thing we could do if we have a second cookie sheet is we could keep putting cookies on so that we can flip-flop them right away once the first set are done. So in the oven they go. And here we have some finished Snickerdoodles. It's a little bit hard to see in the horrible light of my kitchen, but you can see here that a few of them have baked into each other a little bit, it's not going to be a problem. Once they've cooled just a touch, if we press our spatula right in between the cookies, you'll never know what happened. No worries at all. So we're going to let these cool for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll move them onto a plate. A quick but necessary follow-up on the Snickerdoodle cookies. These have now cooled for about 5 minutes, and so they're going to be ready for people to enjoy if they like a nice warm cookie. I do need to say that in order for this recipe to be a success, instead of baking the original 9 to 11 minutes, I had to bake about 15. And you can see that the cookies are pretty pale. That's perfectly normal. What we should see, however, is on the bottom, a nice golden brown. Enjoy.